Hello and welcome. If you are wanting to know what to do when you're right in the middle of a panic attack, then stay tuned. You're in the right place. My name is Cai Graham. I am author of the Teen Toolbox. I also have a free app of that name, which is downloadable wherever you get your apps, caigraham.com/app. I am a parenting specialist, and it is my mission to support parents so that they can support their children, and so that together we can build a mentally healthier and happier generation of young people who are being overwhelmed with anxiety at the minute, and that is why I am here. How I do that is through my book and my app, as I've already mentioned, but also through my coaching programs and through my online courses. I do have an online course, 2 online courses specifically geared towards panic attacks and anxiety. caigraham.com/anxiety is one of them, which is gives you the tools, helps you understand anxiety, gives you the tools to manage it, and gives you checklists as parents or a supporter of someone with anxiety in learning how the heck you look after them and how the heck you support them. And caigraham.com/breathe is my Breathe Through Anxiety, which is 7 breathing exercises that help you just sort it all out. But today I am talking about, let's, for argument for a better phrase, is panic attack first aid. What the flip you do when you are minding your own business and bam, that panic attack hits you. And the thing is that if you have regular panic attacks, it's at the back of your mind that flip, is it going to happen now? And I get it. And that is why so many people lose their spark, isolate themselves, pull back, withdraw, because they don't know when the next panic attack's going to come. And what they're trying to do, if you are suffering from someone who has many of these, is you're just trying to keep your life on an even keel. And so the easiest thing is avoiding situations that might cause a panic attack. The problem is that invariably you don't know what those situations are. But it's often you pull back from society, from friends, from mates, from family, from people, because otherwise they're going to judge you, aren't they, when you start hyperventilating or panicking? Not really, but that's what you think is going to happen, and you would rather sit at home and do nothing than be embarrassed. Well, I want to give you first aid panic attack. It's as easy as, wait for it, ABCDE. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but you get my gist. The problem with anxiety is we try and fight it. And so that creates its own hassles. And we try and avoid it, which also creates its own hassles. The fighting it increases the stress, and the avoiding tells your brain, oh, right, I got it right. Yeah, okay, well, we'll do more of that, because what your brain is wired to do is to protect you. Your brain is wired to protect you and to keep you safe from saber-toothed tigers. Sorry if the mic was just playing silly buggers. So your brain is trying to go, listen, I am here to keep you safe, so I'm going to do my utmost to do just that. And your brain is trying to protect you from saber-toothed tigers and from stressful situations. And so really what it would really like is for you to sit at home and do nothing, because that's the safest place for you to be. That's not much fun. That's not really what we call living, is it? So I want to encourage you to get out there and remember ABCDE. So what do you do when you start getting a panic attack? Well, usually it'd be, oh my God, I've got to get out of here. Oh my God, everyone's going to judge me. Oh, what am I, and so it's that panic, it's that fear, and you're adding insult to injury. So I want you to acknowledge what's going on. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. It's happening again. But it's not actually life-threatening. So even though my brain's trying to be really, really helpful, it's not. Okay, well, how do I tell it? How do I speak to it and say, you're not being very helpful? Because really, you'll be doing this normally. No, you're fine, fine. It's no, there's nothing to worry about. Oh my God, please don't do this. Oh my God, I've gone red. Oh my God, I'm sweating and I'm feeling sick. Am I going to be sick? What's everyone going to do? What's they going to say when I'm sick all over them? Oh my God, I've got to get out of here. And then you just don't go out ever again in your whole life. Well, how's that working out for you? So, in order to talk to your brain, which actually doesn't understand all the oh my God, you need to talk to it in a language that it understands. And so that is, so once you've acknowledged, here we go, right, stay calm. Once you've acknowledged that, I want you to breathe. And I have, as I mentioned earlier, I have a course, caigraham.com/breathe, which has 7 breathing exercises that can help you through various stages. I also, in series 1 of this episode, and it's in the playlist, series 1 was, I mentioned box breathing. So go and have a look at that if you haven't done already. So breathe, because what breathing does is it speaks to the brain and it says, I've got this. The sky's not going to fall in. I might be feeling really quite scared, and thank you very much for alerting me to this saber-toothed tiger, not. But actually, no, I've got this. You really don't need, thank you, but no thank you. And so breathing is the way of speaking rationally to your brain. And in episode 1 and 2, I explained a bit more about that. What I also want you to do is the C, or back to front, whatever, is to connect with someone. Seriously. And do you know what? If your best mate turned around to you and said, I'm having a panic attack, what would you do? Hey guys, look, they're having a panic attack. Come on, let's all just make fun of them. Well, no, they wouldn't, would they? Come on. You wouldn't do it, so why should they? And so you need to connect and tell someone how you're feeling. And do you know what? Even just, could you just sit next to me and hold my hand? I know it's odd, but would you just do that for me? Because do you know what? This connection, this having company, they don't have to go, oh, they're there. Though having said that, a hug is probably even better than a handhold. It's just, this is what happened. Do you remember when you were a toddler and you fell over? What was the first thing, I hope, that your mum would used to scoop you up and give you a hug? It's called connection. And what that does is it releases oxytocin. And oxytocin is that I'm feeling all right, feel good hormone, which actually then overrides the cortisol, which is the stress hormone that's going, oh my God, let's get out of here. So by connecting with someone, by being vulnerable, which is as scary as hell, I know, you're actually showing your strength. You're actually saying to your brain, oh, do one, will you? I'm trying to deal with this. I don't need that anymore. And so by connecting with someone, you are actually starting the process, continuing the process of dealing with this panic attack. And you are beginning to feel more confident. Your mates aren't going to laugh at you. Some will feel a bit awkward. That's fine. I mean, God, if your mother's there and she, oh my God, oh, I don't, right, well, just go away. You need calm, and you need someone to look after you. And you could just be, don't say anything. I'm having a panic attack, but just stay there. Because in my course, caigraham.com/anxiety, it explains what this is all about and shows you how to do this a little bit deeper. So connect with someone, and you might feel vulnerable. But if the shoe was on the other foot, and your mate, your brother, hoping that you get on with them, but someone close to you, someone that you care about, someone that you love, if they reached out to you, would you take the mick? Nah. So why would they? In fact, when we reach for help, we actually make the other person feel valued. Funny, but that's the way it works. So they, in their own way, are getting the reward of looking after you. So don't worry about looking like a dick, because you won't. So reach out and connect. D, simple as, is deal with it. deal with it. Don't resist it, because the more we do la 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 la, don't want to, and I said this in the previous episode, episode 3, I said that by avoiding this, we are just making the situation worse. Our brain needs to process this. And by dealing with it and going, yeah, especially when you've got someone sitting with you, yeah, it's all right. My head's an absolute mess. I need to do my breathing. Just let me, and just deal with it and ride that wave. As I was speaking in episode 3, ride that wave, because it's just a way of embracing, which is E. A, B, C, D, E is embracing it. Just don't resist it. Just go with it. Because, do you know what? The quicker you go with it, it's a bit like, as I was saying, as you're riding that wave, if you embrace that wave and if you go with the current, it's over faster. If you're trying to swim against the current, against the flow, if you're out to sea and you're trying to avoid all this chaos, you are prolonging it and making it last longer. Whereas if you just A, acknowledge what's going on, be kind to yourself. If you B, breathe through it, and I've got loads of ways for you to do that. If you C, connect with someone. Connect. If you deal with it, face it full on. Yes, it's scary, but I tell you what, it's the short-term scary, hairy, which leads to long-term gain. Because the more you deal with this, the more you confront your fears, the more you confront your panic attacks, then it sort of loses its control. And embrace it. Embrace the fact without resisting and go, okay, I've got this. Okay, it's going to be a bit scary, Bickies, but I've got this. Then you get to the end result faster. Whereas some people have said to me that a panic attack can last the rest of the day. That's because it's, oh my God, has it finished yet? Oh no, what's going to happen? I hope no one comes. What happens if someone wants to FaceTime me? What happens if someone comes in? What happens if I'm at school? Or what happens if I'm... You're fighting it. Whereas, and in my course I explain why it only takes a couple of minutes. If you just run with it. And yes, it's scary, but short-term pain for long-term gain, because when you ride it, when you embrace it, when you deal with it, what you are saying to your brain, I explained in a previous episode, your reptilian part of the brain, your limbic part of the brain, the amygdala. The amygdala is that little bit in your brain, much smaller than that is wired for fight or flight. If you ride this wave, if you ride this, you're saying to the amygdala, it ain't going to work, honey. And so it goes, oh, seriously? Really? But I'm trying to keep you safe. Yeah, but you're not doing it very well. Sorry, with respect, you're doing it very well, but you're overreacting. Oh. And it's all about the ego, and the amygdala's going, oh, right, okay, well, I'm just trying to keep you safe. Oh, and you're brilliant at it. But could we just do it with a little less heat and a little less aggravation and a little less hassle? Oh, yeah, sure. Right, so you're okay with this situation? Yes, I am, because I know how to deal with it now. Oh, okay. But if there is a real saber-toothed tiger, I need you to be there. If I'm trying to cross a 3-lane motorway, I need you to be there. I need you to help me with exams and I need a few palpitations. I don't have to have a meltdown. Oh, okay. All right, okay. So you need to train your amygdala. You need to train your brain that not every situation is in need of a huge meltdown. And the more you ride this and the more because what it's doing is this panic attack is a way of, it's trying to make you go and sit in your room and scroll on Instagram for 5 hours without going out into the big wide world and enjoying yourself, because it knows that your room is safe. Yeah? So what you need to do is go, no, actually, I've got this. And here is a quick exercise, because many people panic and hyperventilate. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, Cai said breathe. But I am breathing. No, well actually you need to breathe slowly. But what happens is when you're hyperventilating, you're taking too much oxygen in. And all hell breaks loose. So what I want you to do, and you've heard it, you must have heard it so many times, breathe into, if you're having a panic attack, you need to breathe into a paper bag, not a plastic one, please. Come on, let's be Captain Sensible here. So you need to breathe into a paper bag. But many people don't have the wherewithal to go, hang on, I have a paper bag in my school bag. If you do, bravo, maybe that's what you should think about. Or, you know, I mean, this is why the paper bags in the airlines are paper and not plastic. Come on. But you need a paper bag. But if you don't have a paper bag, come on, Kai, use your cupped hands. Just a bit like that, okay? And I want you to breathe in. Now, I'm not going to do it for too much because otherwise I'll be getting lightheaded. But what you're needing to do is breathe in and out slowly into cupped hands. Because what you're doing when you're breathing in your carbon dioxide. Now, this is why, don't do this if you're not having a panic attack and hyperventilating, because otherwise, you're just being silly. We don't need too much carbon dioxide, thank you very much, unless we're having a panic attack and hyperventilating, and then you do. So breathe in into a paper bag or into your hands so that you are redressing that CO2 oxygen carbon dioxide balance, and that sort of starts calming everything down. Don't do it forever because otherwise it has adverse effects, but just until you start calming down. And don't forget box breathing. Episode 1. So there you are. First aid for a panic attack. Acknowledge. A, B, C, O, D, E. Acknowledge, breathe, connect, deal with it, and embrace it. Any questions, please leave them in the comments below, because I am here to serve you. I am here to 75% of mental health issues start in adolescence. Well, that's crap. So let's see if we can start doing something about it. And a lot of the mental health issues are unchecked anxiety. So we need to deal with it. We need to have the tools to provide our kids and anyone with the tools to deal with anxiety, so that it doesn't escalate into something more serious. Believe me. So that we aren't going down a much more slippery slope. So if you like this, please remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the notification bell so that whenever I go live, you will be able to, you'll know about it. Because this stuff's important. I'm here to help build, with parents, help build a mentally healthier generation of young people. Why? Because it's important. Why? Because I care. Because it's personal. And I'm here to support you. So any questions, give me a shout. Subscribe, like, do whatever you need to do. And I will speak to you very, very soon. Much love.